it says, this is going live. Do you
Okay,
still want to be in here?
I see. Boy, YouTube's taking forever. There we go. We'll see. I'm going to wait and just be redundant until people's audio connects. So I will just repeat myself just a bit until folks connect on their audio. Good morning, I'm Judge Person. I welcome everybody to the Temple Municipal Court and thank everyone for being here. I'll run through a little bit of housekeeping in a moment. Mr. Matson and Mr. Flores, I'm going to go ahead and open up the breakout room. And just due to the nature that the attorney has been in this type of setting before, I will, sorry, let me make sure that works. One time I was moving too quickly and put everybody in the room by accident. So try to take a moment. That was a lot of fun for everyone. Mr. Matson and Mr. Flores, what I will tell y'all is due to the nature of legal changes in the last session, we did email a family violence form to the attorney's office. I won't be able to proceed with that case until I have that back. State law just doesn't allow really any movement other than the setting of the pretrial. So I just want to give y'all that forward and let y'all go on into meeting. And you'll actually move right over, Mr. Flores. Okay. So then those remaining, I will tell you just a few things while they're meeting. We have 2 dockets meeting today, and I also want to just sort of ascertain, there's a person here labeled iPhone, and let me ask you to unmute and just give me your full name.
My name Michael Brummett, and this is Jeremiah Brummett.
Okay, Mr. Brummett and Jeremiah Brummett. And you're Michael Brummett?
Yes, I'm Jeremiah's adopted dad.
Your dad, okay, great, wonderful. Actually, we'll be right with you, okay?
Okay.
But Jeremiah and also your dad and everyone present, I'm gonna ask folks to just get on video, stay on video, and then I'm gonna give some basic information before we get started. Mr. Lopez, can you get on screen, please?
I could only do audio. I'm at a secure facility that can't show video.
I'm sorry, what?
I can only do audio. I'm at a secure facility. I'm at a launch site in Florida. I can't show any video. I work for SpaceX. I can't show the video. Sorry.
You're not allowed to go outside. You're not allowed to get in your car.
I'll go outside, but we'll lose. Let me see if I can lose Wi-Fi signal. Give you. This way you get a launch pad.
There's a lot of limits to what I can do, but we will try. So I want to get, yes, thank you. I just need to confirm people, you know, I've had people get on, refuse, pitch a fit, become difficult, and I don't really know who it is. But I can see from the picture, that it is you, Mr. Lopez, so that will work. Okay. All right. You can stay off the screen and because of the situation until your pretrial, which is coming up. You're close in line to the okay, we'll be with you shortly. So I do want to let you, thank you. I want to let everybody know when you're given a ticket or issued a citation, those are methods that we have under the law for accusing someone. That is what a ticket is. And when you give a plea, you're giving an answer or response to that accusation. There are 3 options for pleading. They are guilty, not guilty, and no contest. Guilty means I did it. Not guilty means I'm contesting it. No contest means I'm not contesting or admitting it. I just want to move forward with sentencing without admitting or denying the offense. If you plead guilty or no contest, we move forward with sentencing. Normally, the general law is like this. There's a general rule and then there are a bunch of exceptions. So normally the general rule is you plead guilty or no contest, then you're found guilty, it goes on your record, you pay those fines and costs. We do not normally assess jail time here at this type of court. because it's not a consequence on a Class C offense. Payment is individualized depending on your income information and your debts, okay, the reasonable debts that you have. And then having it go on your record. That one, on that part of it, I have 4 ways from the bench available where you can gain a dismissal. And those are, I'm going to tell you what they are, and I'm going to tell you how they work. Compliance dismissal, driver safety course options, deferred dispositions, and teen court. So compliance dismissals are things that can be brought up to date and dismissed. That would be something like a bald tire. That would be something like an inspection, a registration ticket. Things like that. We'll have a list of those. I'm not going to go through all of them. I'm not actually sure that I see any on the docket today. But when I look more in depth at each person's cases, if you have something like that, I'll automatically start looking for that dismissal. You're welcome to ask questions. I'm just not going to wait for the question. The second option is if you have a moving violation. Texas law provides for certain types of tickets, namely moving violations, to be dismissed through a driver safety course. And there's really a pre-requirement to get into the program. Then there's a requirement to successfully complete the program to gain a dismissal. 2 main benefits. 1, it stays off your record. That can be important depending on your own individual insurance company. And 2, you save money. So let me explain a little bit about that, because we have to have a money conversation probably more than once today. So every ticket in Texas, when it's filed, has a court cost and a fine. And if you called the clerk's desk and asked how much is my ticket, you were given a number. And that number would be a whole number, but it is court costs and fines combined. When you ask a clerk that question, they're just going to automatically give you the whole thing. But you break it down, fines and costs. And let me talk a little bit. Costs are established by the Texas legislature, so I can't change those. That's another way of telling you that. Fines are set by the judge, and I have control over that because I'm the judge. So if you are in the driving safety course option, you pay the court costs only. The fine goes on hold. You get your course and your driving record turned in on time. You gain a dismissal of the charge. You do pay for your course and your driving record and your court costs, but that number together, all together, is less expensive than your whole ticket. And we do that by, generally speaking, that's by design, because we want people to take a course when they get a ticket, because once you get a ticket, you're moving into the top group for injury, accident, death, and dismemberment on the Texas roadways. And unfortunately, Texas is the most dangerous place to drive in the state, in the country. And if you are 25 or under, you're in the mega super group of death and dismemberment on the roadways throughout the United States. So we incentivize the driving safety course program to try to get people to do it, because it's voluntary, right? But the benefit is, again, saving money, keeping it off your record. Your time, you have to do the course, and it's a 6-hour course. It won't be less because it wouldn't be approved. So a 6-hour ticket dismissal course, and your driving record and your court costs. You pay the court costs up front, show license and insurance. The license has to be a Texas license, and unless you're active military or dependent, you cannot be a CDL holder. And then if you qualify and you have insurance, you pay the court cost. Then you have a 90-day window to turn in your your record and your class completion. You get a dismissal, and I waive your fine. So that's how that one works. That's the second option for dismissal. The third is called a deferred disposition. Deferred means to delay. Disposition means to make something final, dispose of. So we delay making the case final, put in an order in place. I'm kind of motioning because it's a piece of paper, and that paper will list things that are required to be done in order to gain a dismissal. And it is an agreement, okay? It is binding. If you do the things listed, I have to sign that dismissal. So the trick with a deferred disposition in a Class C court is that you can ask the prosecutor, or you can ask the judge on a plea of guilty or no contest. So guilty or no contest, I'd like a deferred, is what that would look like. And you can make that request. There's an exception under state law that you can make that request directly to the judge on most Class C offenses in Class C court. So if you want to do that and didn't know about it when you filled out your paperwork, let me know when it's your turn. Hey, I'd like that deferred, because that's the requirement, is you request it. I don't offer it, because as judge, I don't make offers. Okay. And so that is the third option for dismissal. The fourth is if you qualify and complete teen court. And if you're in high school or middle school, you're currently actively enrolled, then I'm probably going to push you on that one to see if you want to do it. Because one, it's a good way for young people to be responsible for themselves. And parents are then providing support to get things done, but not doing those things for your young person. The reason being, we want the lesson. The lesson, if it's traffic, has to do with safety. The lesson, if it's a criminal offense, has a lot to do with future decision-making and your record and the way it impacts your future. So teen court is set up to address all of those things and gain a dismissal as well. It will save you money too. So those are the four options for dismissal that I have directly available from the bench. The prosecutor has certain authority to make recommendations to the judge. And if he does so with your agreement, if y'all reach an agreement, I often will sign, most of the time I will sign those agreements. Okay, so that's really the 101. That's the four things I have available. That way everybody's on the same page. And now just Mr. Mattson, if we could look at the James Dalton case, and you and Mr. Flores can both unmute and let me know where we are with regard to this matter.
We're going to go ahead and set for final for the time being, Your Honor.
That's fine.
And go ahead.
So yeah, I do need to get the relationship form. And let me ask a quick question of the clerk. Do you have fingerprints? Okay, it looks to me like I don't have, was he arrested? Okay, so I don't have fingerprints on that charge. And again, I cannot proceed even to sign a dismissal without that. So Mr. Flores, what I will do actually today is email over an order for your client to go to the Temple Police Department and get fingerprinted. It will be free of charge as long as he has that paper with him. But I need to do that within the next week or two. That needs to happen. So I will actually order that it be done today.
Okay.
I'm not going to get fussy about it until we're at our next meeting.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Judge. Because I know that he sometimes lives in Bell County and then sometimes does not. So I don't know if he could do it today, but I will certainly tell him to do it as soon as possible.
He certainly has a Temple address, and this occurred or whatever happened. I don't actually know what happened, but the occurrence allegation was here in town. I assume he was at least present. So something ties him to Temple, and I'm sure he can manage it.
Oh, absolutely. I just don't know if he's able to do it today. I don't know if he's in town today.
We'll email it to you today. Okay.
Okay.
It does need to happen. I'm not sure if both of y'all are aware. I know Mr. Mattson is, because I harp on it. We are not able to even really, I can set it one more time and that's it. We're not able to, I mean, if we don't, the solution is that we effect an arrest to get the fingerprints, because state law now requires it no matter what, even on dismissals.
What is that law, Judge? I was just curious so I could look that up myself.
I'll let you go look for the details while I work with the crowd, and it'll be in the order that I send you.
Is the statute on the order as well?
Sorry?
I'm just curious so that I could look up that law. Is that statute on the order that you'll email?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Mr. Mattson, do you know that statute? I'm just unfamiliar with it.
Just give me a moment and I will look. You can just hang on. Just stay in the meeting.
Okay.
Okay. All right, Mr. Mattson, I'm going to move you forward with Christine Meyer. And Ms. Meyer, just moving you over to that meeting. When the meeting is completed, you'll want to be on screen, ma'am. But when the meeting is completed, you'll come back on this meeting for us to have a few parting remarks first. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Let's see, Mr. Meyer. So let me just move forward with Jeremiah Brummett. And Mr. Brummett and Father, if y'all can get on screen, that will be great. And I just want to thank y'all for getting all your paperwork ready in anticipation of the meeting. Mr. Miles, I can't help you. I can't help you. It's on you. So let me just tell him real quickly. People come in and think that I'm their IT. You know, we actually send y'all the link so that you can get ironed out beforehand. There you go. Mr. Miles, it just takes a minute to connect sometimes. Just stay on mute. Your turn is coming up. You've missed the introduction, though, and that means you're not going to know your options. So I'll work with you shortly. Okay, Mr. Brummett, Jeremiah, the charge is a possession of tobacco by a minor. And if you paid the ticket out of pocket, it would be 181 without looking further. That's kind of what we call the window fine. And what I'll tell you is that, let's see, so the charge does require, if you are convicted of the charge, you're required to get a tobacco awareness class and complete it. And if you don't do it, there's a potential for suspending your license. Teen court, therefore, is going to be driven by that requirement. And I would be looking at teen court as an option, which you did ask for, and I would be very inclined to grant that. Before we go in that direction, I kind of like to give an overview, but before we go in that direction, what I will tell you, Mr. Jeremiah, at least. So my question for you is, do you understand what you're charged with? We go audio here. Thank you. And Dad, do you feel like he's understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then Jeremiah, thank you. And then Jeremiah, the pleas of guilty, not guilty, and no contest. Do you feel like you understand those options?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you have pleaded guilty to the charge. Do you make that plea freely and willingly of your own accord?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, with teen court, there is a $20 fee for teen court. And I'll ask you and Dad together, would it be possible to pay that fee today?
Yes, sure. How would I pay it? With a credit card or?
No, that's a cash payment, and y'all are going to have to come up here to sign paperwork.
Okay.
So you would bring it when you come to do that.
Okay.
Okay. And then the next question is, are you able to, so what we would actually require is that you complete a tobacco awareness class and get that back to us. It can be done online, okay? In fact, I think at this point in time, all the private ones closed up. So July 19th would be the due date. And we have a list of places to choose from. And you would turn that in no later than July 19th and gain a dismissal of the charge.
Okay.
It's pretty involved. And really the thing with tobacco is, Jeremiah, at this point, you know, it's a health issue. And we'd like to get you thinking about that health issue now because, well, you're 14 and it's obviously already coming up for you to be thinking about it. The other part is not just the health issue. Cigarette addiction will rob your pocketbook for like the course of your life. So it's a good time to really think about that before your feet are all the way in. I'll tell you, I mean, I have had several family members die from it. So it's close to my heart, this one. And so would you, Jeremiah, are you willing to agree to a tobacco class completed online at home?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Dad, what we'll be asking is instead of paying the $181, there's a course that's going to be a lot less expensive. And if you were willing to help him get that done, then you would be able to, thank you so much. You would be able to gain a dismissal and not owe the 181. Mom and Dad are not required to pay the 181.
Okay.
So it makes sense that they help you, you get forward on it, you get it done, get it dismissed, keep it off your record, not have any kind of license suspension in your history, and now maybe not be robbed blind and health-wise robbed with tobacco addiction. Jeremiah, how do you feel about that?
I'm okay.
You're willing to do it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what is it that I'm asking you to do? Do you know?
Ma'am.
She's
What am I
asking.
asking you to do? Do you know? I just told you what I would ask you to do. Did you hear me?
No, ma'am.
I just asked you what teen court would require you to do. Can you tell me what it was?
You said like on site at a private class or
You're on the right track. Keep going.
a private class for not driving,
No. What are you charged with?
tobacco.
What do you think the class might be about?
Oh, tobacco.
There you go. Awesome. How do you feel about getting that done?
Good.
Okay, because you're going to have to pay attention, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
You're in school, and so you'll just have to make time. Okay. All right, Dad, can you help him stay on track?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. When can we look for y'all to come in this morning?
I can come in here. I can come in. I can come in right now as soon as this meeting's over.
Okay, head on over.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot what my options are. Well. Okay, on the Christine Meyer case, that's who we were talking with. Let me get her back in. I don't see her, and I don't have financial forms from Miss Meyer. We sent them, but we did not get them back. Okay.
I believe those were uploaded yesterday, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll dig. Okay, so where are we with this matter?
There is an offer on the table, Your Honor. But if you would like to review that financial affidavit, there may be community service eligibility.
Okay, I don't know. I have no clue. We sent that form over May 23rd. I'm told Ms. Meyer that maybe it was sent in yesterday. So we're digging for that now. Is the offer being accepted or are we scheduling the final?
The offer was accepted, but I do think that a review for community service is appropriate here.
Well, it always would be done. But what is the offer that's been accepted?
To reduce the fine to $100.
I don't normally do reductions if I do community service because I triple credit the community service up front. It winds up being about like not even a full hour difference. Let's see. I do those reductions. Let's see. Okay. Hold on. I don't know that I see what you're seeing, but okay. Ma'am, I have a question for you. The medical bills that are outstanding, are you in a payment plan?
No, I My daughter has tried to commit suicide 3 times. That's all of her medical bills.
Okay. And they would not allow you to pay that out?
I can't pay it right now.
Okay. I see that the stress is real. It's just that, Mr. Matson, I'm not able to declare indigent status. It's more, unless there are things that aren't disclosed. Ms. Meyer, what other bills and expenses do you have besides the ones that you listed? Are there more?
I have a motorcycle payment, but that's almost paid off. That's $190 a month.
Who drives the motorcycle?
I do. Well, it's not being now, but it's my motorcycle.
Okay. See, the thing is, the law allows me to look at what are deemed reasonable living expenses. And so generally speaking, as a general rule, credit card debts and things like that are not included. And the giant medical bill, I don't know how to put that in here because obviously you're not paying that every month. That's something owed and it's not in a payment plan. I can make an assumption about what a payment plan ought to look like just based on things that I've seen over time in the medical community. And I can accept the reduction, which would take, what are the court costs in this, in the fines? Okay. He offered a reduction down to 234. And is that's on a deferred, Mr. Matson, or a straight hit?
Straight hit, Your Honor.
Okay, so I could allow a low payment plan of $25 a month. That's
Okay.
that's what I can do. Mr. Matson, if you'll send over that, is that a yes, Ms. Meyer?
Yes.
Okay, what's a good day of every month to do that with you?
I didn't hear you.
What's a good day of every month to do that?
The 15th.
Okay, so we would start tomorrow. And we can email that over to you for signature once I receive the reduction from Mr. Matson on that. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, then we'll email it to you. That'll be today. And if you can print it, sign it, and email it back, that'll save you from having to travel over.
Okay.
Okay. All right, we'll email that to you shortly. You're good
Thank
to
you.
go.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Matson, I move you forward with Jamie or Jaime. I don't know how we're going to say this.
It's Jamie, Your Honor.
Yeah, I had it right the first time. Help me. Matthias?
Magdajas.
Matthias. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep trying to get that right. Ms. Matthias, I'm going to send you over to the pretrial room with Mr. Matson.
Okay.
Okay. There she goes. And then let me talk with Mr. Miles. Mr. Miles, if you can unmute, that way I can hear you too, that would be awesome.
Yes, ma'am.
How are you this morning?
I'm doing all right. How about you?
Thank you. I'm fine. Okay, so I wanted to let you know, I did review the information that you gave me. Thank you. And we have actually, I know you're requesting a new payment plan. Everything was $50 like that until it would be done. And you're saying you could do that. I'll tell you, I could do that. I'm showing that I could order community service though. And if we did that, let me just tell you what it's like before you tell me no. If we did that, that would be 10 hours of community service. We would start with just, we'd have a 60-day window. If you want to do that, we can get started and do that and give you a list of places. You can do it in your community at similar type places. They just have to be nonprofits in your community. So
Yes.
you want to do a payment plan, kind of to me, $50 hasn't been working. And I can see, why. I mean, it's nothing personal. It's just things are what they are in the world right now. And you've got the SSI coming in. And so I could do $25 a month if that would work better. Or and the other thing with community services, I don't know the nature of the disability right now, but if it precludes you, keeps you from doing the community service, I would just need a doctor's note to either make accommodations or see if it is appropriate to waive.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I kind of need to hear from you. Where are you with this?
I mean, I don't have no problem doing community service. Just I don't want to just cause I don't like to be around a crowd of people. So it'll just I don't know how to put it into words, but if I could, I do like the 25 a month. I know for a fact I can do that. The 50 was just taking a lot out of me. So
Okay, just so I don't mind doing that. Let me ask you one quick question. Is the concern with the crowd situation related to your disability?
yes, ma'am. Schizophrenic, ADHD, bipolar.
Okay, do you think your doctor would put that in writing and say that community service is not appropriate for you?
I mean, I haven't talked to my doctor in years. I don't want to just say I've been talking to him back to back, but the only places I've been going to is MHMR. So.
Oh yeah, they could do it too. They could the social work person there could do it as well. They could put a note to me. Do you think that they would agree with how you're viewing it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we can do the $25 if you want to, but one thing we could do is go ahead and order community service, put it on that 60-day time frame, and try to get me a doctor's note or a social worker's note by August 16th. And then if that doesn't work out and you still want to do $25, we could try that.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, but the better thing would just be to get me a note from your social worker.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, will that work for you? I don't mean to push you, but it seems like it would be worth trying.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, let's do that and we can email you everything, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Any questions?
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Miles. You're good to go.
Okay.
Appreciate you. Okay, Mr. Matson, let me get back Miss Matthias and Mr. Flores, just so that you know, the Senate Bill 693 amended the Criminal Code of Procedure. And
I just found it, Your Honor.
Yeah, 6.252.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, there it is. We have a reporting requirement, and it's very strict.
Yes, ma'am. I was just unfamiliar with it, and while you had me on hold there, I was able to locate it.
Thought you might be doing that. Yeah, I'm not one of these people. I never was who could just throw out numbers on rules. I just have to look at notes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a word person, or I would have done something else. So,
So
okay.
where is Mr. Dalton to go and when? I will certainly tell him to do it as soon as possible. What I was saying earlier is I just don't know. I know he has 2 homes and I don't know if he's in Temple today.
It's a real simple answer. I will send you an order. It will tell him to go to the Temple Police Department. He will take that order with him so that they know that he's there for that purpose and not to charge him.
Okay.
And they will get us what we need from there.
Perfect.
The best thing though would be is if you could email Ms. LeBoy when it's done so that we know to look and pull those records forward.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Flores.
Is that it? Am I just waiting on an email from the court to?
We're waiting on an email from the court, and with that email will also include the fact that we are scheduling the final pretrial for July 27th at 1 o'clock.
Okay. All right. Thank you. May I be excused?
You may. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. And so, Ms. Matthias?
Yes, that's correct.
Great. And Mr. Mattson, where are we with regard to this matter?
Your Honor, I'll be filing a motion to reduce on this one as well, reducing the fine to $50, and she will be taking the hit on that charge.
Okay, and ma'am, once he does that, I believe your total is going to be I think 184.
Yes, Your Honor.
And 184. How quickly would you be paying that? I'm so sorry, you're muted.
You're good. Is it okay to come tomorrow, Your Honor?
Yes, are you paying at that time?
Yes.
Okay, I just made a note in the file. That's actually will work fine.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. We'll have that ready at the front desk when you come by tomorrow.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, and Mr. Mattson, moving you forward, Mr. Lopez, let me know that he was not able to get on screen at his place of business and I allowed him to wait until his pretrial moment because the nature of his business, he's not allowed to show the business on screen. So he explained all about what it is. I think it's a legitimate thing. Mr. Lopez, I hope you're listening because it is your turn. And I've been asking you to unmute and you're not unmuting. And of course, the difficulty is you're our last person. Okay.
Yeah,
So-
I'm walking my way. 1 second.
I'm,
Can you hear me?
yes, I can hear you. I'm going to move you over to the meeting that you're
Okay.
having with Mr. Mattson.
Okay.
There he goes.
SpaceX makes sense.
There he goes.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Hard not to feel like it's kind of cool. Okay, I admit that. Okay. So Faith Hernandez, true to form. This is Judge Person, the phone caller that I just led into the meeting. What is your name, please? Unmute and tell me your name. Hello, caller.
My name is Elkin.
And your last name?
Osorio.
Okay. Hi, Mr. Osorio. I'm Judge Person. Buenos dias.
Buenos días.
Yes, I need you to come to the court.
Where? Like how? Is this still online?
Well, you're on a phone call and you don't speak English, and I can't see if you have a parent. There's too many problems.
Honestly, I didn't hear that.
Necesita venir y reunirse con un miembro del personal.
Can't get them. I'm sorry.
Yeah. You need to come here to meet with someone.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I just find it impossible to do. Well, the thing is, I understand the moment I get into anything difficult, those English skills go away because it's too much. Even if they are pretty good with it, it's just more of the detail. So, I mean, I'll approve a team court fee of $20. And on this one, I would think let me look at the financial disclosure. Because maybe the family could help them with the class. Yep. A life skills class. And it would be 8 hours. I have 8 hours as an option, right? And maybe Zena could talk with him. And if she doesn't feel like he could get through a class with the language barrier, then an essay. Okay, I think there's a life skills. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, July. Mhm. Okay. All right, Mr. Matson, Mr. Lopez, where are we with this matter?
Your Honor, I will be reducing this ticket as well to $50, and Mr. Lopez would like to get on a payment plan.
Okay, $50 plus costs. Is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I have a quick question with Ms. Meyer, but let me talk to Mr. Lopez real quickly. Mr. Lopez, that would, I believe, put you to 184. Is that right, Mr. Matson?
Yes, Your Honor.
And how long do you need to pay that? Do you need more than 30 days? It does go up after 30 days. That's why I'm asking.
He's muted, Your Honor.
Yeah, I see that.
What's the increase?
The increase is a state requirement that happens at 30 days. So my question is, can you pay this within 30 days after that reduction to 184?
What is the increase after 30 days?
Oh, it's $15.
Yeah, I don't mind paying the 15. Can I do that in three payments, so like 3 months? Is that possible?
Yes. When can you make your first payment?
Can I do that maybe about 2 weeks out?
Yes. That puts your
And
payments
how can I pay?
That puts your payment, listen, at $67. I'm looking at a date real quickly. Give me a second. Let me get a calendar real quickly. 1, 2, 3. What day of the week are you paid?
On Friday.
Okay. That would start July 8th.
Yeah, that works.
Okay, and then after that, if you want, we could go like $33 every 2 weeks, or we could just say a month later you pay 67.
67 a month's fine, and then I might be able to do it before then. So I'll just go ahead and.
Yeah, that's fine.
I just want to, do like, yeah.
Early isn't a problem. You can pay online, you can pay by phone, or you can come by the court and make payment.
Okay, copy. Thank you.
Okay, we will send this agreement to you, and if you can print it, sign it, and get it back to us today, either through email or fax, that's best. Can you do that?
I could do like an e-sign through email, not actual print.
E-sign, we don't take e-sign because it's not legally binding. If you can print it and sign it and take a photo and email it back through your smartphone, that would be the way.
Can I get like an extension until tomorrow? I'm on the launch pad right now. I have no access to that. But tomorrow's fine. Okay, thank you. Just about. I'm almost done with this.
Make a note on your file. Okay, we'll look for that tomorrow.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much.
You're good to go.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah, I knew he had a time limit, but he came in last. Mr. Matson, Ms. Meyer, did I misunderstand you that you were asking for $100 reduction or a reduction down to $100?
Reduction down to $100.
Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure because the rest of them were 50.
The nature of how much faster she was going was why.
I completely get it. I just wanted to make sure I didn't misunderstand. And, you know, I feel like I said this to him too. I get that money's tight, but it has a lot to do with budgeting. So, and, you know, a difficult thing as well. So I could tell there was a lot of stress. I hate feeling like we increased the stress, but the fact is that's a high rate of speed. So, okay, well, thank you very much. Do you have any questions for today? I think we're just looking for those reductions to come over from you.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll send those over.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Honor. Melissa, can you give me a call once this meeting is over?
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. Thanks.